90% of everything by volume, not by value, because very valuable little things are moved by air, but generally speaking, 90% of everything. And it makes clear that changes in international norms, for example, protectionism versus free trade, could impede maritime trade. That's the strategy there. Not a very inspiring document, I must say. Obviously, the civil servant who designed it was having a bad day. Anyway, and in addition to this, and this is the subject of my brief talk this morning, also international law, its application or perhaps misapplication, can impede freedom of navigation. And that's what I'm going to talk about with reference to 3 case studies. 1982, the UN Convention on the Law of the Sea established the territorial sea out to 12 nautical miles, with a further 12 miles out to 24 as the so-called contiguous zone. So if we've got, for example, migrants coming across the wider part of the channel, if we regard them as a security question, then we can intercept them 24 miles out. And then, of course, the 200 nautical mile exclusive economic zone, or known as the EEZ. Under UNCLOS, every country is entitled to 200 miles. In practice, in African countries, for example, they're entitled to 200 nautical miles, but they can't possibly police it. They don't have the police or the Coast Guard or the Navy to do that, and that's one of the causes, one of the initial causes of the Somali piracy problem. Furthermore, if your continental shelf extends beyond 200 miles, and that the calculations are very complicated, but if it extends out, you can go out to 350 nautical miles, as we shall see. That's known as the outer or extended continental shelf. The term outer continental shelf was first used, by the way, in the American context, where the states of the United States, which are like, very relatively independent, their territorial sea extended out to 3 miles, and beyond that was referred to as the outer continental shelf. But nowadays it's used in the context of an EEZ out to a maximum of 350 nautical miles.